Are you responsible for spinning up development environments for your software development pipeline? Do you find that it's a complex process which incurs major cloud storage costs? It can often take hours to create and copy all the code base, hours in which developers and engineers are just waiting to start working? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, Amazon FSx for NetApp ONTAP has the answer for you. Spin up development environments in seconds instead of hours, incurring minimal to no additional cloud storage costs. And with the new NetApp Workload Factory for AWS, you can easily automate all this using industry best practices. In this FSx for ONTAP Workloads Inside Out video, we'll show you how to use FSx for ONTAP's instantaneous thin cloning feature and NetApp Workload Factory to do just that. So, you're responsible for the software development pipeline and creating development environments using a heavy code base, and you need to do it quickly and efficiently, like this gaming company that needed to maintain multiple development environments, large code bases. On this infrastructure, they hosted over 100 development teams worldwide, which ran more than 18,000 compute hours per month. Their software pipeline required the creation of a developer environment for each code change. Each change had to go through version control, the CI/CD system, and to be signed off by the QA testers. For each of these stages, a new copy of the code had to be created, resulting in extremely long waits and substantial increase in storage costs. Replacing the underlying storage infrastructure with FSx for ONTAP allow the company to use a single storage service for the entire pipeline. FSx for ONTAP uses a thin cloning technology which eliminates the need for actually copying data. Writable minimal footprint clones are created based on a snapshot of a volume. This allows the company to easily create copies of the source code for all the different environments and users in the development pipeline, instantly and with almost no addition to costs. Want to understand how FSx for ONTAP thin cloning did all this and what it can do for you? Let's see a technical explanation and a hands-on demo that do just that. Amazon FSx for NetApp ONTAP is an AWS fully managed storage service powered by NetApp's technology. It provides intelligent storage for business-critical workloads through a comprehensive and flexible set of storage features for accessibility, resilience and protection, data security, price performance, and data mobility and copies. One of these features is called thin cloning. NetApp's customer may know it as FlexClone, and will now explain how it works. An FSx for ONTAP thin clone volume is a point-in-time, fully functional copy of a volume. You can do anything you want with it, like any other volume. How is this achieved? An FSx for ONTAP thin clone is based on a snapshot, a read-only, point-in-time image of the source volume's data. Snapshots contain only pointers to the source volume's active data, and no data is copied. This is why they're created instantly. Applications access the source data when accessing the clone. The clone volume is, however, not just readable, but also writable. As changes are made to it, it starts to consume storage capacity. Changes made to the cloned volumes do not affect the source volume, and vice versa. The source and the clone are essentially two independent, separate volumes. Since the cloned volume is based on a source volume snapshot, FSx for ONTAP makes sure that the source volume and snapshots are not deleted for as long as the cloned volume exists. This FSx for ONTAP thin cloning capability allows you to instantly create as many fully functional copies of your production data as you need for any purposes, without slowing down or adding substantial costs. Thin clones can be managed on FSx for ONTAP using the ONTAP CLI, the ONTAP API, and through NetApp Workload Factory. Now that we've understood what thin cloning is, let's see a hands-on demo on how it helps to speed up the software development pipeline. Now that we've covered all there is to know about thin cloning, let's see a hands-on demonstration. We'll start at the AWS console and see our file system. We'll look at our volume, which holds the codebase fastdev, and copy the management IP address we will use to connect to the file system and execute ONTAP CLI commands. Now, we'll mount the volume on our Linux machine, simulating a development environment. The volume is mounted. Let's see what's in it. Now we'll go to our FSX for ONTAP file system in the green terminal to create a point-in-time snapshot of the volume. We will name the snapshot Codebase 001. We will now use the snapshot to create a lightweight clone. We will name the clone Codebase Clone. Let's return to our Linux machine in the blue terminal. We will mount the clone and see it has the same content as the original volume. In the FSX for ONTAP system, we'll inspect the size of the clone and the original volume. The clone is lightweight compared to the 275 gigs of the original volume. Now that we have a lightweight copy of the code base, we can continue working on the original volume. We'll create a folder called version 2 and mark it. We will now simulate the creation of new code in the version 2 folder by copying a chunk of code to the volume. Although we changed the data on the original volume, the clone was not affected. We created an independent, lightweight, writable copy of the original code based on the snapshot we took earlier. We can now work independently on the original volume and the clone. There is a simpler way of doing that with a service called NetApp Workload Factory, which is an optimization and automation service for workloads using FSX for ONTAP. And there it is, we're on its home page. Go to the Builders section and click Create Project. Fill in your project name and description. Expand the File System section and select the region, FSX for ONTAP file system details, and the volume on which the codebase resides. Click Create Project. In the newly created project, click on the ellipsis and choose Create a Snapshot. This will create a point-in-time, lightweight image of the volume where the codebase resides. Give the snapshot a name and click Create. Click on the ellipsis again and click Create a Clone. This will create a lightweight, writable copy of the volume. Give the clone a name and choose the snapshot we created earlier. The clone will be based on the chosen snapshot. Click Create when ready. You have created a writable copy of the codebase within minutes and can mount it on your Linux machine with the mount command. Paste the mount command in your Linux machine and start working on your code. Create as many copies as needed, which can then be used by the CI/CD system, CI/CD agents, and the QA testers. That's it for the demo. I think we're almost done. In this Inside Out video, we learned how FSX for ONTAP's thin cloning helps you spin up developer environments in an instant and with minimal cost. We also saw how NetApp Workload Factory helps you automate all this with industry and vendors' best practices. Check out our other FSX for ONTAP Inside Out videos to get an inside out view of the many things FSX for ONTAP has to offer your workloads. See you there!